Hello again, I'm Tripp Rogers, and this is Tripp's Take. How about we talk a little sports? Now, this weekend will mark the start of the Formula One season, and I enjoy Formula One, and one of the reasons that I am one of the converts, and a lot of folks in the United States are a convert, is Drive to Survive on Netflix. And honestly and truly, I started watching Formula One again. I was never a big Formula One fan. I started to watch it because I get up on Sunday mornings at 7:30 and there was nothing else on. And I was like, oh, there's a Formula One race. I'll watch that. And a couple of my friends were into Formula One, but not, really great. And then when I moved down to Georgia, I kind of lost track of it. But having Netflix, I discovered Drive to Survive. And I got to tell you, if you are not a fan of racing, I think Drive to Survive is something that you will enjoy because they really make it for the common man. And it's a soap opera. I mean, it is a soap opera. And this past off season was highlighted by the huge move. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion, leaving Mercedes after 10 years and going to Ferrari next year. Now, you may say, that's a year before. What's going to happen? Well, this was, listen, they make these decisions well in advance. Granted, at some point, Lewis is going to be frozen out of Mercedes because obviously they don't want to give away their secrets for 2025. But Lewis Hamilton is my guy in Formula One. And going to the prancing horse, I just hope he can be competitive. That's all I'm hoping for. Of course, the other news off of Formula One, it's been the Max Verstappen show and Red Bull for the last couple of years after he stole the title, what would have been Hamilton's 8th championship from him because the race director didn't know the rules. I don't want to go into that. I won't, cry over spilt milk, as the old saying goes. But Red Bull, one of the reasons for their domination, team principal Christian Horner. What a blessed life he's led. He's married to one of the Spice Girls. I mean, come on. He is Red Bull's team principal, has been since 2015. However, he was accused of inappropriate behavior by someone on the Formula One team. And I wonder, hey, what's going on? And that's called for some calls that they've got to kind of, be a little more transparent in this. And they weren't. And Formula One said, hey, come on, finish this investigation before the season starts. And even Ford said, Red Bull, come on, clean up your act. Let's hear what's going on. Well, there's really no surprise. Inappropriate behavior. I can't say I'm shocked and I'm surprised because basically it's he said, she said. Christian Horner probably more powerful. There is something about him and Red Bull I just do not like. I think he's so arrogant and so cocky. But then again, most of the team principals, when you're successful, are that. And if anything, Drive to Survive has shown you that. I mean, Gunther Steiner, not successful. Gunther Steiner out of a job this year. He was one of the stars, by the way, of Drive to Survive. And, of course, they get Daniel Ricciardo back. He started driving again last year, and he is a guy who has really shined in this. So, again, I recommend if you'd like to learn about Formula One. And, they have 3 races here, and the Las Vegas race was, of course, last November, and it was a rousing success. The owner of Formula One, Liberty Media Group, just reported record earnings, and part of that has got to be the success of the Vegas race because Formula One was the one who footed the bill for that race. Well, the F1 season gets underway this weekend in Bahrain. Let's see if the domination of Red Bull continues. They won 21 out of 22 races last year. I hope it doesn't. And I hope Ferrari can make some steps towards at least competing because I want my guy Lewis Hamilton to try and do something. I'll drive for Mercedes this year. Hope they can compete too, but I'm not holding my breath. What can I say? And of course, we talk about television. All the networks now, all the shows are back after the strike. New episodes of all my favorite shows. Great stuff. In fact, coming later this year, I'm looking forward to Only Murders in the Building is going to be back. And they've announced a star-studded cast for season 4, aside from the principals, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. TV is going to be guest star. Eva Longoria is going to guest star. Meryl Streep will be back again this year. And Molly Shannon, who used to be in SNL, will also be one of the guest stars, or recurring roles this year. It is really a great show, and if you have a chance to catch up, it is on Hulu. ABC is also running it, and they've expressed interest in running it for this summer, so they're going to continue to air it. And Only Murders in the Building, like I say, really a well-done show. One of the other things I also noticed, and I just saw this today, that the Sylvester Stallone series Tulsa King, which was on Paramount last year, is going to now go to CBS, and they are going to air it. Of course, the question is going to be, is Tulsa King come back for season 2? Because at the end, Stallone's character was arrested. So we kind of wonder what is going to with that series. Again, another series you can catch up on if you want to. Right now, the biggest problem we have is Sandy and I are reviewing Big Bang Theory, and of course, Young Sheldon is back for its final year. So, we're watching that. And then the other part is we're watching Blue Bloods, and we're started at the beginning. We're now up to season 5. The irony is that we go to look at the new shows for Blue Bloods, and Sandy looks at me and goes, "Boy, Tom Selleck's getting old." And I said, "Yeah, this is the new show. This is season 14. It's not season 5. Oh, okay. There you go. And that is Tripp's Take. Oh, I'll only get to say this once every 4 years for February 29th, 2024. It is leap year day. I'd love to hear your comments and questions about my podcast. Please feel free. Just drop me an email at trippstake@gmail.com. Also, don't forget, if you like the music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, got it for you at WTRSradio.com. Online, live365.com. Join me next week for another edition of Tripp's Take. For now, I am Tripp Rogers. I truly thank you for joining me. Make it a great one.